YVA Trades.
Hi guys, welcome. It's YVA Trades. This is Wednesday, November 29th, and we're going to take a look at what there is to trade today. As I am in the beginning of a new phase in my 9-phase plan, I am at phase 5 and back to try to see what I can do. So let's go check out the market. And of course, the market itself has been on fire lately. You know, we got this unusual price action where the bulls are just pushing and pushing, and maybe even some signs of euphoria as we see this bullish action continue. I don't see any signs of reversals yet, but I am expecting them sometime in the future. Right now on SPY, we have that monthly, big monthly candle, big move up, coming up to our monthly resistance right there. Wow. So that's pretty cool. All eyes on 459.44 to see what will we do if we get to that level today. Right now, pre-market, we're trading over the top of yesterday's high. Whether we still will be doing that when the market opens, we'll see if it's a gap up open or if we open flat. Just a note, we are seeing RSI overbought on the daily time frame. And if I look back in the past, whenever we start to see that, eventually we do see that pullback. Sometimes it takes a while, but eventually it gets there. But right now the bulls are strong, and you know, you could keep going a long ways from here with this kind of price action we're seeing, or we could consolidate. We'll see what happens. We got our daily higher low for now if we open above the highs. It's an hourly uptrend, of course. It's been a little choppy on the hourly, actually, it looks like. So where have I been the last few days? I haven't traded since the day before Thanksgiving, and I was supposed to come back Friday. And I decided that I didn't want to because I had such a struggle on that day trying to get to phase 5. I traded a lot that day and just barely crossed the line. I'm sitting at $42,005. So it wouldn't take much to knock me back down into phase 4. And so what I wanted to do was spend a little time in the simulator practicing trading with that larger share size because I'm doubling my shares. And I wanted to get used to that larger profit swing. So that's what I've been doing the last several days, just kind of practicing, getting ready so I can feel a little more comfortable. Because if today is a red day, I will have to go back to phase 4 and drop my risk back down to get myself back up to phase 5. That hasn't happened yet in these phases. I've been wondering if it's going to. But in phase 1, I blew right through the top and started, you know, up with a really good cushion. Same thing with phase 3. When I got into phase 3, it was the same sort of deal. In phase 4, it was kind of the same thing. Although in phase 4, I did drop back a little bit there on this one, but I finished that day green. So we'll see. You know, I was a little nervous coming in today, like, oh gosh, you know, this larger share size, if I have a red day, I'm going to be pretty bummed out about that. But that's okay. You know, it's kind of just part of the trading plan that I've created here. And so far it's been working. So we will see what happens. So I want to take a look at the gap scan this morning. And I do want to make note too that, well, I can talk about that. I'm going to put out a video, a year in review, kind of go over things that I've done this year and how my progress has been, how has the strategy produced results, and things I could do better and changes I can make. So here we are with the gap scan this morning, gapping up 174% is VVOS. I've been watching this one this morning for the last hour. I didn't trade it pre-market, but made some really nice moves. It just kept grinding higher, and now we're consolidating on a larger time frame. So we'll see what happens with that. That's going to be my leading pick this morning. That's the one that's up the most. I think it has probably the most attention. It does have some news on it too, so that's good. We have the catalyst, we have the low float, we have you know, some pretty high volume. It's possible it's been, you know, traded too much, like over traded, but it is the leading gapper, so I'm gonna watch it. It does make some pretty nice moves. Candle ranges look good. Did anybody see GameStop yesterday and the move that it made throughout the day, and then that surge higher post market? Like, that was really, really crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. But let me see here. GameStop. I'm kind of thinking I might want to watch it. GME. Because remember back in, if you were around back trading back then, or if you even heard about it, I'm sure you did, back in 2021 when it made these crazy moves from $4 all the way up to over 120. And of course, you know, on the larger time frame, it's just been, you know, a monthly downtrend. But yesterday we got some moves on it. Big green daily candle, lots of volume, highest volume we've had since back here in June when it had this move up. So, you know, maybe there's something there. I want to keep half an eye on it. I'm going to put it on my other screen over there just to kind of, you know, see what it does. Right now we're maintaining an hourly uptrend on it, so look at that. Big gap up. So it's 6:15, 6:16. So the market's going to open in about 14 minutes. All right, so VVOS is my leading pick. The next one down is ROVR. It's gapping up 27%. You know, this one has news, and the float's a little big on it, but it did make a pretty good move. Hey, Andrew, good morning. Hope things are great up in Bellingham this morning. It's cold here, I'll tell you that. So ROVR, yeah, big move up. It's just kind of flat now. I mean, it had some news. The candle ranges are very small on it. The volume's pretty light. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to watch that one. You know, I'm just not sure. It's not really... let me see here. Yeah, I was gone for a few days. Yeah, I was practicing in the simulator, getting ready for trading in phase 5. I was trading the larger share size in the simulator, just, you know, just to prepare myself for it. I haven't tried that before, but I thought it would be a good thing to try this time, because every time I increase or double my share size, it's always a little unnerving that first couple of days because my profit swings are suddenly much larger, and it's like, oh man. Okay, so BMEA, next one down. I haven't looked at this one yet. Up 26%. It's not really something I don't think I'm interested in right now. FL, it's a little more expensive, but it is up on the larger time frame. It does have some news. It's men's Foot Locker. I don't know if I've ever traded this one. Let's see, I might come back to that. A little light on volume, but you know, maybe it'll pick up here. It's a double top up at 27, so if we get through 27, that would be good. BYON, Equilibrium there on the 5-minute time frame. So it made a nice move up. Equilibrium, it's got news too. Float's okay. Price is a little on the high side, but that's okay. Candle ranges for that price of a stock, they're mediocre. I'm being that I'm in trading in phase 5, I'm getting close to my buying power maximum, so I might have to start straying away from these larger price stocks. Let me see. So FREY is a no. CDIO, that one made moves yesterday, I see, but I wasn't here, of course. So if anybody made money on that, congrats. And Andrew, you've been trading Tesla lately. I did see that Tesla broke out of its equilibrium bullish. It broke straight through 2 resistances. So that was pretty cool. It's kind of a laggard bull. IREN. It's just grinding higher on the hourly. So STEM, well, VVOS, that's definitely one. ELAB here, excuse me. ELAB actually, it broke out here at 6 o'clock, but then it's just kind of sold off. So I don't really know if there's anything there on that one. You know, it does have news on it, but just this is pretty common for the past several months to see this happen, and things just not holding up like they should, I guess. Yeah, but you did trade it, Andrew? Or I don't know if you saw it or you just looked at it or if you traded it too, but if you made money on that, congrats on that. Has good news? Yeah, I heard that too. I didn't see what the news was. BY, so that was the one on the gap scan. So I'm not really sure here. So I'm not watching ELAB. I might keep an eye on GameStop. And Rover, ROVR, I'm just not sure about. It's just kind of stalled. So I'm going to skip that one for now. Let me go back here. BMEA was a no. FL was a maybe. I'll watch FL, a little higher priced. But so we got VVOS, FL, and I guess I'm left with GameStop. I saw AMC earlier too. Well, there's BYON. Yeah, so, all right. So I guess I'll go with GME. I don't know, man. Let's see here. Just refresh this, make sure I didn't miss anything. There's AMC. It looked interesting earlier, but right now it's looking like it maybe wants to consolidate on the hourly. I'm going to actually watch AMC just as a fourth pick. So now I've got 3 stocks here that I'm watching. VVOS, larger time frame, probably not much there to look at. Hourly candles, just 3 candles up here. We got a 15-minute higher low. So we definitely have a defined support level. And we broke that resistance. We have a new high up here. FL with an inside bar breakout. So this is a 15-minute uptrend. Go ahead and mark that support and see what that looks like. And GME, I'm not really expecting to trade it. It looks a lot like AMC. Actually, okay, let me see here. Okay. But if I was going to trade it, hourly time frame, it looks like it wants to pull back. I'll just mark out. The blue lines are our daily resistances. That's what I have those there for. And a low down here. And we'll see what this looks like on the smaller time frames. A big waterfall here. Nice clean move up. Now it's a nice clean waterfall down. A little channel there. See if we bounce off of that. I'm going to get rid of that line. Get rid of that one. This is our high, $13.99. And I'm looking down here. I don't know if I'd trade it if it comes down to here, but we do have $9. We broke out over it. We kind of back tested it there, so that's a definite support down low if it were to start dropping first thing. That's my only concern here is on the hourly, that we seem to be a bit overextended. 5 minutes to go on this one. So the candle ranges here. I'm going to go ahead and just set up my candle ranges. So for the moment, VVOS is bouncing off of that 1220. Got an equilibrium bull break here on GME over 1559 on that 5-minute time frame. Man, GME can flat out move sometimes, can't it? Yeah, okay, so FL breaking out there over the top of its pre-market resistance. Back tested this area here. And 2.5 minutes to go. So I've been trying to work on some things with myself. One of my big things is I'm trying to force myself not to trade, because I think I take way too many trades a lot of times. I overtrade. So I've been challenging myself lately to sit and look and don't buy. And that's very difficult for me to do. I'm watching AMC over here too, but I don't really expect to trade it. But I'll set up a stop loss on it just in case. So GME with 35-cent candle range on that last 5-minute candle. I expect it to pull back a little bit here maybe. There goes FL continuing higher. FL has a wide spread on it. So it's 5-minute consolidation here on VVOS. Okay, 1 minute to go. And I don't have a trade in mind. On FL, I want to wait for the volume to come in before I buy a pullback on it. Probably going to have a 5-minute red candle here. And we're going to be looking at a 15-minute candle here with an upper wick. It's going to close like that. So that one, I don't know. That's not real bullish. And then GME, I want to kind of watch it because I know it likes to whip around a bit. If it pulls back to 1550, I might jump in it. Well, it's pulling back a little early. I'll go ahead and take a shot at it there with smaller. Oh, well, it's one of those. It's not going to let me jump on it right away. Okay, so I got to get into VVOS. I cancel my order there on GME. And VVOS here, I'm going to sell half of it. Just small profit. I'm going to get back out the rest before it drops down. See if I can get it off the volume weighted average price. Let me try GME again here. Okay, there it let me get in it. I'll sell half of it there. See if it wants to run here. There's a nice move. Try to let it go a little more. Get up to 16 if it can. Okay, I'm all out there. So my daily goal today is $400. I'm going to go ahead and buy VVOS there as it's starting to break. So I put in a bid order down there. Looks like it's going to come back against me, isn't it? Let's see here if I can get out at a reasonable price. Wasn't expecting it to drop back that far. I'm going to go ahead and just get out of it and kind of start over here, I think. So I'm at I'm at about $4 profit on the day. So just do a reset there as we come down to the volume weighted average price, and I'll try to jump back in it there real quick. Am I going to short VVOS? I cannot wait. Yeah, none to borrow, so I can't short it. I'm wanting to go long on it right here, but I feel like I kind of missed the trade. GME is coming down to resistance there. I'm back in GME. I tried to put a limit order in, but it didn't get filled. I'm getting a max loss warning in my ear because it says the software thinks that I'm down 13,000, but I'm not. So unfortunately, GME is dropping below that, the volume weighted average price there. That's okay. It was worth a shot. See if we break resistance here on FL. Break through that high of day. I like what not FL, but VVOS rather. I'm just looking for a little bit more of a bounce on VVOS. I'm not really looking for it to break through the high. What's Tesla doing? Is it breaking out? Hey, it looks nice. Well, the market itself is making some nice moves too. Sold half of that position on VVOS. I'm going to sell the other half there, just get out for a small profit. Yeah, I can't really trade Tesla. It's just too expensive for me in phase 5 here. Yeah, AMC. I almost traded it in the first 1 minute, and I stopped myself, and now I'm kind of kicking myself for actually not doing it. I should have called it out, but Tesla's breaking out again. So I put in a limit order on VVOS. I want to see it bounce here. Sold half of it. So if I get bounce follow through, that'll get me back to green on it. Looks like Tesla rolled over after that breakout. It did it again. It did it again. It gave me that max loss warning. It thought I was over my max loss. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot here at FL. Look for a break over the high. Here it comes up to the high. Need to see it break 58. I'm using limit orders to sell today, for the most part. See if I can get an order filled up here at 28.82. There it is. We have a halt on VVOS going down. I took a small trade. Was I even on the right screen just now? I'm not sure if I was. I was trading FL here. If you missed that, I apologize. I did take a small trade on AMC, but I didn't hold it long. Just because I jumped in high. FL, if you missed this trade, it was pulling back here. I jumped in as it started to break out, and I sold it as it broke through the resistance. Looking for the breakthrough, $29. I'm going to actually cancel that order. So the GME has failed. Let's see what's hopping on the scanner this morning. I haven't even been paying attention. We have probably lots. Ooh, AMC just dropped there. Big drop. Tesla looks good here maybe for a trade to the bull side. But yeah, Andrew, VVOS would have been a pretty good short there. I was looking for a little more of a bounce on that 5-minute time frame. Just a little bit. But I was being very cautious when I got into it. I was getting out quick just to be on the safe side. So we have plug hitting the high of day scan. Mara looks like RDHL. What's that? No good for me. LABU. I want to replace some of these that I was watching earlier. So LABU and plug. RIVN. Oh yeah, I've traded that one before. In a second here, actually I might take a trade here. What time is it? Okay. Off of 28.58 on this one. Sell part of it there. I'll put my stop loss back in at the low. See if I can get out the rest here maybe. Oops. Actually, that probably would have been a good entry spot. Market's pulling back a little. Tesla didn't break out of that consolidation yet. Okay, RIVN. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Get Tesla in an equilibrium there. Equilibrium. Let's see the 2-minute looks like. Yeah, 2-minute equilibrium on Tesla. Your high, low, lower, high. Looking for a higher low. You could get in here, put your stop loss down here, and look for that break over the highs. That's what I would do. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying that's my strategy. Because it doesn't always work, you know, so I found that if you're going to trade a pattern, you should trade the same pattern all the time. I trade like lots of patterns. RIVN. Yeah, that looks good. Missed the pullback on it. So lots moving today. So I'm basically I'm sitting up $11. I'm thinking about quitting and restarting, but I'm not saying I'm going to. I'm just, at one point I was down 300. My max loss is 400. My software thought I was down 13,000. So LABU, nice consolidation. 5-minute inside bar. This was a nice entry here that I made off of 28.58. Could have held that for more. But as soon as I saw I was back to green on the day, that's why I exited that early. So breaking our support here on LABU. Not yet. Oh, again, I was on the wrong screen. LABU, what I was saying was it almost broke that support. So if we get 5-minute consolidation, there's a level here to be watching. We have no 5-minute higher low until way down here. Volume weighted average price is at 28, which is those levels. A little higher low there. So that daily time frame on SPY, we gapped up open, nice volume on the day so far. We're approaching that monthly resistance. See if we get there today. I'm just waiting right now because we have 5-minute inside bars on a lot of these names. Kind of waiting to see what this consolidation is going to look like. Plug. Oh. That's a good spot to buy plug, I think. I did not set up my stop loss on that. Did I? Let's just get back out of that. Those are 5-cent candle ranges. It's probably too late to jump in it now, but it's starting to break out. Put in a limit order. And I'll take one market buy. Just laying in some orders on the ask, just making some offers. See if I can get more profit that way instead of hitting the market sell button. So there I'm all out for $40. So that was a nice 5-minute consolidation down to the volume weighted average price. We also had that trough area here as a support area. You had this kind of little breakout spot here too, and that's really where we back tested. We had several candles trying to get above it, could not do it, came back down below, and then finally broke out over it. So this was a nice back test of that level. So that's something I look for when you have consolidation on a larger time frame, is a back test of a level. You can also see on the 5-minute that, get rid of this bottom line here. This timeline, this line I just put here, it aligns with the 5-minute candles here with the bodies of the candles. So we came right back to that. So you can tell a lot of traders are watching that as a place to buy. And also you had the volume weighted average price there and the EMA, the 26 EMA. So lots of levels there. RIVN does look kind of good. There goes LABU. We are consolidating here on the 5-minute. So I'll be watching for a pattern on that. I think so this is the same kind of deal as we just looked at. If I get rid of these lines, this is that critical level we were trying to get over, and you can see the 5-minute candles, the bodies of the candles are right there at that line. Came down to it, whether or not we'll hold that. The volume weighted average price on this one is well below it. Jumped into RIVN here on a pullback. It broke, it pulled back, I jumped in it. Now it's not holding. It's a 5-minute inside bar bull break with 2 minutes to go in that 5-minute candle. Put an order in to sell half at a loss. See if it gets filled. All right, it was just a small loss, and then I'll hold on to the other part. See if I can get myself back to break even on this trade. There we go. So basically break even. I lost $5 on it. I jumped in plug over here. We have an equilibrium starting to break out. That 5-minute candle is about to close. I don't like that. Need to break the high. This is that 5-minute consolidation. I jumped in this on a bear break, bull break. But it didn't close above. That's not a good sign. I'm going to start to unwind it. Exited most of it. I'm just going to exit the rest there. So I'm kind of spinning my wheels here. Going to wait for AMC to give me a little more, and then I'm going to stop trading for the day. I don't know, the market's kind of pulling back. Let me put in an order here, see if I'll get filled. Okay. Okay, FL off of the volume weighted average price. There we go. Just going to flatten it. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to stay in phase 5. I was still down $5. So I wanted to stay in phase 5. So I'm still in phase 5. I'm going to close my trading windows. This has not been the kind of day I wanted. So I'm going to stop right now so I can stay in phase 5 and come back tomorrow. So my trading windows are closed. I am at $0 on the day. So I tried on this 5-minute consolidation to buy in this area. It didn't work out for me. My biggest winner today was FL up $139. My biggest loser was GME, GameStop. Lost 200 on that one. I wonder what it's doing now. Oh, it's making a recovery, but it's got a great big nasty hourly candle, or 15-minute candle there. And what did VVOS end up doing? Found support down at $10. And it looks like it's halted going up. $10.36 was that level that we could not, the bears broke through it, couldn't hold it. So that was a sign to the bulls to jump back in this, and there was a lot of buying there. It's a nice break. That's your trend reversal. I consider this a double bottom because the bears couldn't hold it. Well, Tesla found support down there at 251.56. It's a 5-minute higher low and higher high. So Tesla is trending on the 5-minute for now, as well as SPY and many, many other stocks. Okay, well, I'm going to go do a trade review. Hope you guys had some success today. I tried to get myself to $400 and I managed to start out with a nice trade on GME, got myself up to like 150, I think it was, and then proceeded to give all that back on a big loss on GME. Was down 300, came back from that, went back up over zero for a little while, dropped back below zero, finally got myself back up to break even, and that's where I'm just going to stop, because there's no point in continuing with a day like this for me. But for you, I hope you have a lot of success today. And I'm going to come back and try it again tomorrow and call this a flat day. It's one of those. Doesn't happen very often. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care. Keep an eye on BIVI and VVOS. There may be something there. If you like those kind of stocks, just be careful with them. BIVI just got halted going up, and VVOS got halted 10-15 minutes ago going up and now has resumed higher. But I want to see VVOS get up over the highs before I'd be interested in it. It's just a bounce on the 5-minute right now. All right. Y'all take care. Good luck.